March is always such an exciting time on the homestead. After a long winter's rest, everything begins to stir again. It feels like the earth is slowly waking up. The garden starts showing signs of life, and with that comes a renewed sense of purpose. There's something so motivating about spring. It draws us back outside and into the rhythm of the seasons. This month, we've been busy sowing seeds, prepping new garden spaces, and leaning fully into the start of a brand new growing season. The first project we tackled was cleaning and organising the polytunnel. Over winter, it tends to collect tools, old pots and leftover plants from the previous season. We cleared it out, sorted everything and made space for new seedlings by putting up some old shelves we found in the barn. It's such a valuable part of our growing system, letting us start plants early and extend our season well into the colder months. With it now tidy and ready, we've got a fresh space to nurture the next wave of growth. One of our favourite things to do in March is sow our first seeds. It's always a bit of a gamble, but there's something magical about placing those tiny seeds in soil and dreaming of what they'll become by summer. This month, we started with some cold hardy vegetables, peas, spinach, kale, and a few herbs to get things going. They'll stay protected indoors or in the polytunnel until it's safe to move them outside. Watching those first little sprouts push through the soil is such a satisfying sight. It marks the beginning of something new. This month also brought a lot of weeding. It's not the most glamorous task, but it's absolutely essential. Weeds compete for space and nutrients, so staying on top of them makes all the difference. We prefer to weed by hand. It's gentle on the soil and gives us a better chance of removing roots completely. We also made sure to clear the paths and edges around the beds, where weeds love to take hold if left unchecked. To help suppress future growth, we laid down cardboard around the edges of the beds and topped it off with a fresh layer of wood chip. It not only keeps the weeds down, but gives the whole area a tidy, well-kept look. There's something calming about it too. It almost feels like spring cleaning for the garden, clearing out the clutter, making space, and setting the stage for new growth. The garden always looks and feels better afterwards. We've also been busy planting a new fruit bush garden. This year, we're adding raspberries, blueberries, red currants, black currants, white currants, goji berries, tayberries, loganberries, josterberries, honeyberries, blackberries, and gooseberries to the homestead. Not only will they bring us loads of fruit in the coming years, but they'll also help create a more diverse and thriving ecosystem. We took our time bedding them in with nutrient-rich compost and gave each bush plenty of space to grow. There's a real sense of reward knowing that, with care and patience, these plants will provide for years to come. And finally, one of the biggest projects this month was expanding our vegetable patch. We've created a whole new veg patch outside of the kitchen garden that's going to be made up of mounded rows for our veggies, and I want to have a go at the Three Sisters for squash, corn and beans too. We placed this cardboard down last autumn to get a head start on the weed suppression, so it's been the plan for a long time. The new soil is enriched with alpaca poop and compost and carefully rotivated to make sure it's ready for planting. I expect this will take a while to finish, but at least we've made a start. There's nothing quite like the feeling of creating more space to grow your own food. It's exciting to think about all the fresh produce we'll be harvesting later this year. Spring brings such a sense of renewal, not just for the garden, but for us too. After the stillness of winter, there's something deeply invigorating about feeling the sun on your face, hearing birdsong in the morning, and watching tiny green shoots push their way through the soil. It's a powerful reminder of nature's rhythms, how life always finds a way to return, to begin again, and to grow stronger with each cycle. This season inspires us to dig in, plant with intention, and move forward with hope. There's a kind of quiet magic in these early spring days, a feeling that anything is possible when the earth starts to wake up, whether it's the scent of fresh soil, the satisfaction of a newly weeded bed, or the anticipation of harvesting something you've nurtured from seed. These small moments add up to something really meaningful. We're incredibly grateful for this life and the opportunity to share our journey with you. It's a gift to slow down and live closely with the land, and even more so to connect with others who value the same things. Thank you for joining us for our March homestead update. We'll be back again soon with more stories from the garden and all the progress to come. Until then, we hope you find time to step outside, breathe deeply, and get your hands in the soil, and savour every beautiful moment that spring has to offer. See you next time.